Well, today we are having the in honor of Charles Morton, respected Masters player for St. Kitts. And that match should be starting in a few moments. It's a match in honor of Charles Morton and his contributions to cricket over the years. The Nevis over 50 team is here, captained by Stuart Williams. Derek Parry is here, Macy Wallace. Ardy Libert, it's good to see Ardy back after some injury problems. And we have Sidney Newton, Veli Maynard, the man Roomba, Brian Dow, and it should be a pretty good match. The St. Kitts team would have persons of the caliber of Dango Farrell and I don't remember the brothers. There are about 3 brothers. Yeah, pretty good team as well. So we're looking forward to a pretty good matchup. Nevis will be bowling first.
Hey, good afternoon, my wonderful sports lovers. We are here at Warner Park this afternoon, to have a nice, lovely cricket game, age 50 years and over, in honor of one of St. Kitts Nevis sports lovers. And when I say sports lovers, Mr. Charles Morton, he being a man involved in cricket, football, basketball, netball at the national level, coaching and organizing and everything. So, as we get a little older, we see it fit to honor those that have really paved the way and have really contributed. So, today's that day, the 29th, and we're here in Warner Park and we're getting ready to start. The game is going to be a competitive game because if you recognize the players that is from St. Kitts and Nevis, a lot of them have played for the Leeward Islands, have played for West Indies. Everybody you could say end up playing for St. Kitts or Nevis at some point or two. And we're looking forward to have fun today amongst each other. We'll now like to invite our honorary Mr. Charles Morton. Join us today to honor our very good friend, a gentleman that have been one just like us, someone that love sports. Cricket is one of his love for a very long time and still is. I don't know if he's still a die-hard West Indies fans because we've been losing, but he's always a cricket lover. Again, he was not just a person involved in cricket. He have managed, he have coached St. Kitts Nevis basketball team, he have played football, he have been on netball, so he basically was all sportsman and somebody that is very passionate in the sporting world. So today we take this opportunity, Ms. Isles, to honor our good friend, Mr. Charles Morton. He's also going to bat the first ball from the Californian that want to take over 4 counts and lost to Dango Farrell in Angelo. The first ball, Astro. So Astro will bowl the first ball and Mr. Morton will bat the first ball.
Okay, warm up. Yeah, get up on your idea, man.
Astro is going to have a bowl, and he's going to be bowling the first ball to Charles Morton, the honorary for today. So Charles Morton is coming on now to take that first ball. Hey. Charles Morton will be taking that first ball. Astro is going to run it. Here he goes. Long run up. Don't know if he's tired. It looks as if he's already tired. Oh, that's a wide. Swing and a miss. I think he has to bowl it over. Wide signal by the umpire. So I think he's going to take a shorter run this time. I think Astro hasn't bowled a ball since Columbus came. A flick and a miss. So that's another wide. He's off target here. He says he's going to go over the wicket. Billy says we'll be here until 4 o'clock. Astro will have to get it right this year until he's on the stumps. So here goes. Let's see if we can get this one on the stumps to Charles Morton. Another wide. That's another wide. So how do we do this? It seems as if he's tired. One more, he said. One more try. Bowl it on the stumps, Astro. Here goes. Moves in now to bowl. That's on the stumps. He's slamming it to the offside. Well fielded here by Sidney Newton. That's it. So it's Micey Wallace bowling to Howard Williams, it is. So Howard Williams is out there with Joni Mitchum, and both previously stars for the St. Kitts team. So Wallace it is, races in now to bowl to Williams. Williams drives uppishly, but down towards the wide long off position. They should be thinking 2 here. They're going back for 2, and they'll get 2. So driving away from his body, a long way from his body. Foot movement a lot limited on that occasion, but getting 2 nonetheless. So 2 more to the total. St. Kitts would have lost 1 wicket so far. So it's Micey Wallace moving in now to Bo Howard, driving nicely this time along the ground, getting right to the pitch of it and driving smoothly down to long off. 1 more to the total. So that will bring Joni Mitchum back in strike. So Wendell Micey Wallace moves in now to bowl 2. That's Mitchum trying to turn into the onside. Wide signal by the umpire as it goes down the leg side. So here's Wallace. Moves in once more to he's driving down towards long off, picking up another easy single. Just stroking it and just taking his time as he crosses. So 1 more to the total. The 2 batsmen, they would know that a lot depend on them to put a decent total on the 10s. So Wallace, very experienced bowler, moves in now to bowl. He's driving, nice looking shot again, reaching for that one was Howard Williams, driving it nicely down to the wide long off position, and they pick up another single. So 1 more to the total. Looks as if Joni Mitchum is asking for a change of bat. So seems as if he's indicating that he's having a problem with his bat. So change of bat being brought on for Joni Mitchum. So we have a change of bowling from the pavilion end. It's going to be Brian Dow bowling medium pacers, and he'll be bowling to Howard Williams. So Morton has been taken out of the attack, and here goes. Moves in now to bowl. He's driving again, reaching, goes through Derek Parry, who is probably, was at one point one of the best fielders in the world. And they get 2. Going back for the 3rd, hustling there and throwing it, hitting the player there, Brian Dow. I think he didn't realize they were going back for that 3rd run. And they managed to get it. So the over 50s moving pretty smartly, you must say. So it's going to be Dow. Moves in now to bowl. Chops it down towards backward of point. That's Curtis Static Store moving in. Picks up a single. So 1 more to the total. So here goes. Brian Dow moves in now to bowl. He's driving down towards mid-on. Belly Maynard comes in view, stops it. They decide against, and a no ball has been bowled. Signaled now by Frank Munzak, so it's going to be a free hit. Is he talking about the field placement? I think there's an issue with the field placement. So 3 players out of the circle. I think that's the problem. So Wendell Micey Wallace was at long off. They had a mid-wicket deep on the boundary. Matter of fact, they still have. Yes, and then there's a man on the long leg boundary. So Frank Munzak picked it up and called a no ball. So it should be a free hit, and free hit being signaled now. So it's going to be Dow. Moves in now with this free hit delivery. He has a swing at it, struck on the pad. Might have been pretty close, but you know he can't be given out, LBW. He had a heave at it. Had license to do that and missed it, struck on the pad. So it's going to be Dow. now to William down the track. Struck, well, that's Juni Mitchum down the track and struck on the pad as he was going for the big heave. Struck on the pad and seems as if we got an inner edge onto it. I'm not seeing any signal for leg buys. It seems as if he got hurt in the process though. A bit of a limp now. Derek Parry coming across to ask him if he's okay. Yeah, the former Leeward Islands players looking out for each other. He says he's okay, I'll make it. With a little limp, but I have a bat as a crutch, so no problem. We're not getting the updated scores, but hopefully we'll get the scores at some point. It's a 20 over encounter. Here goes Dow, moves in now to bowl. He's having a heave at that and missed it. Let's see if he got a touch. Leg buys. Had a heave at that. Missed everything. And except that touched his pad and went through. And went for 4 leg buys. Well, Joni Mitchum still seems to be discomfited. Not very happy troop out there right now. Might just want to retire hurt. Maybe thinking about it too. Let's see how he runs between the creases though. Here goes Dow. Moves in now to bowl. He's pushing it gently back up the strip to the bowler. And that effectively ends the over from Dow. And when it comes to the art of off-spin bowling, this is the man who created it. The master of the art, Derek Ricardo Parry. Good to see him still playing cricket. Former Nevis, Leeward Islands and West Indies all-rounder. And this should be a pretty interesting contest because they'll be trying to go down the track to him. And trust me, he is very deceptive with his flight. So it's going to be Derek Ricardo Parry from the far end boat, loops it and left alone outside the off stump. Wide signal by the umpire. So the umpire very quickly moving across to show that it was well wide. Derek can pull them back from all the way out there, but that one didn't spin as much. So here goes once more, loops it once more. This time he's chopping it down towards Valley Maynard, who races in and picks it up, and they're through for the single. Maybe should stay a little shorter there, Valley Maynard, because they're cutting against the spin. He's bowling off breaks his Derek Parry as he moves in once more, shorter, and he punches it down towards the man at wide long off. He races across, goes down in the approved fashion. That looks like Duncan Mills. He gets a strong return back to Parry. One more to the total. So here goes Parry once more, loops it, and this time he's pushing tentatively at that one. Came off the outer edge of the bat down towards third man, and the Valley Maynard comes across but can't prevent the single. So one more to the total. Definitely wasn't in total control on that occasion. Joni Mitchum looked a little dubious as he pushed forward tentatively to that one. Took the outer edge. Here's Parry, moves in once more, flatter delivery, solidly forward, and races down to throw the ball back to Parry. So he'll settle once more. It's going to be Parry. Moving in once more to bowl to... He's driving in the air. Can he stop it? He races across. Can't pull it in. Junior Duncan Mills. And it goes into the wide long off boundary for 4. So Howard Williams driving powerfully and beating Duncan Mills to his left into the boundary for 4. So it's going to be Parry to bowl once more to Williams. Coming back at him, he punches this one. There's an open space in the offside and it goes through that gap into the boundary for 4 more. So even though it was floated, he waited for it to land. He didn't go at the ball. He waited for it to land and punched it through the offside. There's a big gap between the wide long off and the man on the deep cover boundary, and it went away for 4. So it's going to be Brian Dow. And he'll be bowling to Johnny Mitchum. Here he goes. Moves in up. Hitting it in the air. Anybody after it? There's a man moving around. That's Sidney Newton. Oh, Sidney Newton has botched it. He had a long time looking up in the air for that, Sidney Newton. He has a laugh now, but the whole credit union depended on him at that moment. And for that fact, then the credit union has officially crashed. My goodness, Sidney Newton. It was a difficult catch, I must tell you. It was way up in the air for a long time. Dow moves in once more, bowls. He's driving, smooth-looking drive. The man is racing away at long off and can't stop it. That's Ardy Liebert. Can't stop it. It goes for 4. Lovely-looking shot there by Howard Williams, who seems to be warming to the task now. So Williams will settle, and it's going to be Dow. Moves in now to bowl to Williams. He's driving and racing down the pitch. There was Johnny Mitchum. Even though he had a little foot problem a while ago, he seems to be rushing down now. Seems to be okay. And sent back by Williams. Here's Dow. Brisk run up. Moves in now. Down the track he goes. Flicks it away. The man at long leg, that's Johnny Mills, picks it up and gets a return in. So 1 more to the total. Dow it is from the far end. Races in now to bowl. Mitchum punches it into the offside. Sterling Marshall hustles across, stops it, and 1 more to the total. I would imagine that Marshall will soon be brought into the attack as well. Very good off spinner. Has been practicing really hard, I can tell you. So we expect a lot of results from him. As he goes, he's having a swing at that. I'm surprised they didn't appeal. But maybe Dow's saying, well, it was pitched outside the leg stump, leg by signal by the umpire. There was no appeal at all. So I guess watching the line, he knew out front that way it was pitched. No possibility of an LBW. And that ends the over. Derek will get another over. That one turned back and batsman was waiting on it and punching it into the offside for a single. So that brings Johnny Mitchum back into strike. He's made some movements early and then he punched it into the offside. Sidney Newton is deep there. He fell down. He was thinking of that second run and he just slid and went down. And so I think they would have tried for that second run. It could have been tight though. So here goes Parry. Moves in once more. Loops it once. He goes, reverse. Now Patrick Newton is running as if a bulldozer is pulling him back. They go back for 2. And they will pick up 2 easily. So deciding to do the reverse on that occasion. Howard Williams picking up 2 in the process. So it's going to be Parry. And he is going to move in now to bowl to Howard. Loops it. Howard it bowled! Howard Williams sweeping at the off break. And Derek Parry has picked out his leg stump. And so that's wicket number 2. The experienced Derek Parry clean bowling Howard Williams as he walks smartly back to the pavilion. So Derek Parry striking for the Nevis over 50's team. Not too sure the name of the batsman, but I think he would have played for St. Kitts at the Leeward Islands level. So the new batsman in strike. Probably will get a name at some point. It's Huggins, Sherwood Huggins, as he came down the track and pushed it quietly back up the strip to the bowler. So Huggins settles as Parry moves in now to bowl. He's stroking it, beats well away from the man at short extra cover down to the long off, stroking it nicely, picking up a single. So 1 more to the total. That ends the Derek Parry over, picking up the crucial wicket of Howard Williams. So Patrick Newton into the attack, and the batsman Huggins pushing it quietly into the offside, picking up a single. The left arm leg spinner. Very established Masters player. Patrick bowls flatter. It's nicely stroked there by that's Junior Mitchum. There's Curtis Static Store racing across. They're hustling for the second. This could be tight, but Huggins hustles home. So they get 2. Looks as if he could be a bit blown out now after hustling that much. But 2 more to the total. Well played on that occasion by Junior Mitchum. So Newton will move in once more. Loops this one. He's hitting it in the air, but away from the man at short extra cover. And might make it to the boundary. No, picked up and then lost and picked up again by Dow, who underarms the return. I think they would have gone through for 2. So 2 more to the total. But it was in there for a long time, but away from the man at short extra cover. So here goes. Here goes Newton. Flatters, nicely stroked once more, reaching nicely to the pitch of it. Junior Mitchum, and there's Curtis Static's door on the deep extra cover boundary. Gets a return in, 1 more to the total. So it's going to be Newton. Some adjustments being made to the field by Stuart Williams. So 2 wickets down, but we are not sure what the total is, and the DJ, we're asking him to make an announcement every now and again. We haven't gotten that as yet. Well, here's Patrick Newton, it is. Moves in now to bowl. He's driving at that is Huggins. And man at extra cover stops it easily. That looks like Adi Leibert can't score. That ends the over. 64 for 2. 64 for 2 is the score. And we might be in over number 12, I'm not sure. I think they had a break at 10. So 64 for the loss of 2. Let's go. Another pretty good off spinner is into the attack. This is Sterling Marshall. Turns it a mile. He's down the track, hits it in the air. The man is deep, should be taking the catch, takes it. He's gone. Down the track he went and had a big heave there, Junior Mitchum, and a brilliantly taken catch that by Junior Duncan Mills. So Sterling Marshall picking up a wicket, first ball up, as Junior Duncan Mills swallowed it up down there at that long off position. Well taken indeed. So Junior Mitchum comes back, and Rogers will go to the crease. Shell getting a wicket with his first delivery. Moves in once more. Loops it. He's cutting at that loosely is Rogers. True to Rumba. Missed out on that occasion. And here's going to be Marshall once more from the police station and flatter. He's punching it into the offside. The man is deep. That's Patrick Newton. But Rogers isn't hustling either. So they're only going to settle very early for a single. So 1 more to the total. That will bring Huggins back into strike. So the 2 main scorers already back in the flatter delivery. Well bowled. Pushes it into the offside. Sidney Newton lumbers in as if the whole credit union depended on him. And carefully gets it back to Marshall. Here goes. Marshall bowled, loops it, and almost making it into a Yorker length delivery there, Rogers. Hits it down towards long on. That looks like Curtis Static's door, underarming his return. 1 more to the total. That brings Huggins back into strike. Marshall moves in. Bowls. Good delivery. He's sweeping at that. But white signal by the umpire. So badly lined, really. But the length was good, but it was badly lined. So Marshall will move in once more. Need to get those on the stumps. He's tugging this one powerfully past the man at mid wicket. The man at long on races across, picks it up now, and from the way they were running, you could have figured out that they were only looking for a single. So one more to the total ends the over. So it's going to be Patrick Newton from the pavilion and bowls. He's driving nicely there. That's a lovely shot, but the man is deep. That's Dow gets a return in. One more to the total. Good looking shot that by Huggins. So Newton will be bowling to Rogers for the first time. Taking what looks like a center stump guard. Settles over his back now. Nice compact looking stances. He's driving powerfully but well stopped. That looks like Ardy Liebert getting down in the approved fashion and stopping it. Was traveling that ball, but he stopped it pretty easily there, Ardy Liebert. Here he goes now. Moves in out to bowl. He's cutting it. The man at back. Oh! He shouted to him to get back. The man was moving very quickly. That's Stuart Williams. You don't mess around with Stuart Williams. He really was hustling in. And he realized the danger and shouted to tell him to get back. Here goes Flatter. He's pushing it into the outside. Thinking of the single. Yes, Stuart Williams. This time is... Oh, direct hit would have done it. Direct hit would have done it. Again, this time it was Huggins making the mistake to try to run to Stuart Williams. And now he's going to have a chat with Rogers. The run in between the creases is creating a problem. They have a quick chat about it. Newton. Ooh! Made it into a Yorker-length delivery as he was driving over it. And let's see what the umpire will signal. Maybe got a bit of an edge on it. So I thought it had beaten him comprehensively, but got a bit of an edge on it. So one more to the total. Here's Newton, moves in once more. Flatter delivery, pushes it down towards Newton. Newton underarms his return. They get a single. So one more to the total. That ends the over. Marshall bowls. Tugging at that one that's Huggins on that occasion. Loose looking shot there. Beaten true to the keeper. Marshall, a very wily off spinner he is. Moves in now. Flatter delivery. Turns it into the onside. The man is hustling in. And he beats him to it. That's Stuart, I think, again. Stuart Williams getting the return in. But this time they hustled through. Got the single. But they have to be very careful trying to run singles to Stuart Williams. Or close to him. Marshall Bowes. He's struck on the pad. Swinging right across that one. No appeal. So maybe just going down the leg side. Rogers will settle once more. Marshall moves in once more. Flatter. He's punching at that pole off the edge. And past the keeper. The man is hustling after it, Valley. And they go back for two. So two more to the total. Went past the keeper quite quickly. But it was off the top of the bat, off the edge. He wasn't in control. Marshall moves in. Once Valley has settled, he will move in. So batsman had to wait. Takes his guard once more. Settles. Here he goes. Marshall is beating him once more. True to the keeper as he's backing away and punching at it. And making a lot of room there on that occasion. Marshall, he does turn him a bit, so dangerous shot that as he moves in now. He's swinging right across that one, sent on his way. LBW, Marshall has struck, and wicket number 3, I think, or 4. Wicket number 4. Percy, what's up? Well, Sidney Newton, and by the way, he's coming into the attack. He has an explanation, the dropped catch with an explanation. He says to let the general public know that it was a problem with the wind. The wind took it away from him. So blame the wind. Newton it is. Into the attack. Moves in now to bowl. Good delivery for a start. Newton allows it to go past him. Valley Maynard is hustling in. They're going back for the second. They'll get it very easily in the end. He had to run a long way, Valley Maynard. And they picked up 2 in the process. But it wasn't a bad start, Newton. Pretty useful delivery, well lined. And Haas it is, having a quick word with Derek Parry. Don't know what that was about. Okay. Here goes now. Bowls. Turns that this one into the onside. They're often running for a leg by. Newton it is. Moves in now to bowl. He's going in the air. There's a man deep. He's waiting. He's waiting. He takes the catch. And that's Junior Duncan Mills taking his second catch, tumbling over, and Sydney struck. So the man Horse deciding to go big and trying to aim for the deep mid-wicket boundary. And Junior Duncan Mills was waiting for it. And I guess he would tell Sydney Newton, that one had some wind with it too, but I took it. Sydney would say, well, that one didn't have as much wind. So Sydney Newton has struck. Horse comes back, bolting back to the pavilion. I'm not too sure the name of the new batsman, but Sydney Newton will be bowling to him now. Huggins is still out there. New batsman is in. Here's Newton. Moves in now to bowl. He's pushing it nicely into the offside, cutting across there. I think Adi Labour didn't expect to reach it. And that might be pretty close. The umpire says not out. But Adi Labour reached the cross, and his fan club on the hill, they had a big cheer. Nevis supporters up there, they had a big cheer. I think Adi didn't quite expect. He was a super footballer, you know, and he stuck out his foot for one moment. I don't think he thought he would have reached it. He stopped it nicely, got the return in. Batsman almost got run out. Newton bowls, not a bad delivery, but well steered. Away from the man, not third man, hustling after it. Can he pull it in? He will. And they'll get two easily in the end. So two more to the total. I think that's Stuart Williams who was chasing after it there. Picks up two. Newton it is from the pavilion end. Races in now. Full toss. Oh, that's close. Sydney Newton appeals, struck him flush on the pads. But umpire Frank Munzak is as unmoved as Mount Lyamega. Got a leg by in the process. So 79 for 5, 14 overs bowled. And we have a new bowler into the attack, Veli Maynard. The Narayan formula is into the attack. Let's see if he can do a little bit of a Narayan jiggy here today. Pretty useful off spin as well. Here's Veli Maynard, bowls, loops it. The batsman pushes back up the strip to Veli Maynard, who hustles across. Good hustle there to stop it and prevent the single. So good start by Veli Maynard. So Maynard it is from the far end. Moves in now to bowl, shorter. He's punching at that and almost tugged it back onto his stumps. He was punching hard at it. The ball came back and almost dragged it back onto his stumps there. Here's Maynard. Good start to the over so far. Loops this one. He's down the track. He's driving powerfully, but there's a man deep. And that looks like Junior Duncan Mills, who has done wonderfully well in the field so far. And they could only get a single. So here's Maynard moving in now to bowl. Loops this one. He's pushing it into the offside. And Derek Parry comes across and would stop it. One more to the total. So Veli Maynard it is. They're moving now to bowl, I think, to Huggins. Here goes. Good delivery off the edge. They're looking for the single. Sydney Newton and Marshall converge. Sydney decides that if it has a bit of wind in it, I'm going to leave it to Marshall. So Marshall picks it up. One more to the total. So Valley Maynard it is. From the far end and moves in out to bowl. He's down the track. He swings into it, into the mid-wicket region. They will get one. Thinking of two. And even though Dow was very slow in getting the return in, they did not go back for the second. So one more to the total that ends the over. And pretty useful over that by Valley Maynard. So it's going to be Sidney Newton to continue from the far end. He had a pretty useful first over. And he'll be moving in now to bowl. Swinging at that. Will the wide be signaled? Wide signaled. Swinging hard at that. Wide signaled by the umpire. So Newton marches back to his bowling mark. Former Nevis all-rounder. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. He's swinging into this one. There's nobody in that general area. And it's gone to the wide mid-wicket boundary for 4. Really launched onto that one and launched it beautifully down towards mid-wicket for 4. So it's going to be Newton. He'll want to correct that. Overcompensating. Moves in once more to bowl. Better delivery, but except for the fact that it's offline. It was pretty good pace, but offline, so it's another wide. So it's going to be Newton. Well, I think Stuart Williams would have established that he's going to get the bowlers bowl 2 overs. Valley's saying that Sydney is working his head. He wants to bowl 3, so he's going to bowl 1 in wides. Slams this one down the ground. The man is racing across. Can they get 2? No. Dow gets there quickly. Gets a return into Newton. 1 more to the total. Applauded by the effort, applauded by the captain, Stuart Williams. So it's going to be Newton once more. Races in now. He's pushing this one down the strip. There's Valley Maynard. Good hustle on this occasion, Maynard. They're going back for 2. And the return is late. I think Valley slowed up in the end. And they decided on that occasion to hustle back for 2. Barely got home. Must be a little tired now, both of them. Valley must be a little tired too. As Newton moves in now to bowl. He's swinging at this one. Anybody home? It might clear the boundary. It has cleared the boundary. It has gone for 6. A mighty heave on that occasion. One big step down the track, planting his foot down the track and swinging heave-ho. And it has gone for 6. I think that one definitely went with the wind. I think the wind is blowing in that general direction. Speaking of wind, and that helped to clear the boundary. Daddy Shakes is in the house playing today. So it's going to be Sidney Newton now from the pavilion end. Races in now to bowl. This time back of a length, and he's beaten, and he was trying to chop it into the offside. And that's a good comeback there by Newton. So here's Newton once more. Moves in now. Bowls, and he's pushing it into the onside. Off for the single. Derek Parry says, okay, no, I'm not going to hustle. And they get a single. Yeah, shake. It's going to be Valley Maynard to bowl his second over. Some adjustments being made to the field. Sydney's off. And Macy Wallace is back on. So it's going to be Valley Maynard who will be bowling to the batsman. Here he goes, moves in now. He's heaving at that. There's Mills going to take another catch. Oh no, he jumps just in front of him. I thought that would have been another Duncan Mills catch. He has taken a couple good ones so far, but he allowed it to bounce in front of him rather than trying to dive and then miss and go for 4. He had to make a decision. He made the decision to save the boundary. Some more adjustments to the field here. So the batsman trying to be aggressive, trying to charge the bowler. Sterling Marshall sent to mid-wicket, and Patrick Newton brought to a backward of point position. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. This time he's solidly forward. Billy Maynard goes around the batsman to stop it. So no chance of a run. Maynard now moves in now to bowl. He's hitting it in the air. Derek Parry drops it. Got his hand to it and couldn't hold on. And those catches are difficult to take, running backwards. But Derek got his hand to it and just couldn't hold on. Tough luck there for Billy Maynard. Really held it back. The batsman wasn't to the pitch, but went through with the shot nonetheless. It looks as if Roomba could be in for a stumping chance here. Here he goes. Bowls back of the leg once more. Oh, there's Patrick Newton. But they've hustled through for the single. It was a dab. Patrick Newton wasn't too far away, but they went through for the single nonetheless. So 1 more to the total. So here goes. Maynard moves in now to bowl. Flatter delivery. Beaten. Roomba didn't hold on to that one. You'll never know if an edge was found on that occasion, as it went through to the keeper and not in the gloves, but hit his pad. Flatter, faster delivery there by Billy Maynard, changing it up somewhat. Here he goes. Flat again. He's tugging at this one. The keeper shadowing the stumps. A wide signal by the umpire. So Maynard trying to vary his length and line here. Trying to outfox the batsman. He definitely wants to go after him. He wants to go big. Here's Maynard moving in once more. Pulls it back. He's punching at that. Beaten again. Roomba not holding on to the ball, but definitely missed that shot on that occasion. That ends the over. 17 overs completed. 103 for 5 is the score. So 3 overs remaining. Patrick Newton has been brought back into the attack. Interestingly, Captain Stuart Williams hasn't bowled as yet. He's a very useful bowler as well. There's Newton bowling. He's tugging this one into the outside. There's Wendell Micey Wallace coming across, stops it nicely, and gets a return in. And we have one of the sharpest fielders on the field, Curtis Static Store, close to us here now. He's going to be hard to beat, I can tell you. Very good fielder he is, Curtis Static Store. He's heaving at this one, but it looks as if Micey Wallace will have a run once more. Beats Duncan Mills to it. No, Duncan Mills picks it up. I think Micey was only shadowing it, and they get 2. So 2 more to the total. 106 it is for 5 as he pulls that one back. He dabs it into the offside. Sterling Marshall is in attendance. He's a single. 107 for the loss of 5 in over number 18. So Newton it is. Moving in once more to bowl. He's tugging this one into the onside. The man is deep. That's Duncan Mills. Comes across, picks it up. They'll only get a single. So 108 for the loss of 5. So here he goes. Loops it. He goes big. It's coming towards us. It's gone past us. It's gone for 6. Huge heave on that occasion. Get into the pitch of the delivery and heave ho. Gone over long on. So 114 it is for the loss of 5. Good heave that. Patrick Newton was looping that one and being struck over long on for 6. Newton will bowl flat, I know. No, he loops it again. Batsman thought Newton would have run across for that to shadow it, but he didn't. Derek Parry comes in attendance. 115 at the end of 18 for the loss of 5. So it's going to be Veli Maynard who will continue from the far end. Moves in now to bowl. The batsman is heaving down towards Stuart Williams, and he allows it to bounce in front of him because, again, he had to make the choice. Try to dive for it or allow it to go for 4. He decided to save the boundary, so 1 more to the total. And that brings Huggins back into strike. Here's Maynard moving in now to bowl to Huggins. Huggins down the track, heaves. That's a lovely shot, and I think it has gone all the way. He really latched on to that. It has gone all the way for 6. Nice movement, using the feet nicely. Got to the pitch of it and heaved it. Low flat 6 over long off. By my reckoning, with the ball seemingly lost for the moment. Well, it has been found now. 122 by my reckoning for the loss of 5 in over number 19. The penultimate over. 1 more over after this one. So Veli Maynard will continue from the Lozak Road end. Moves in now, flatter. He's tugging at this one, tugging right across it. Struck on the body, but obviously going down the leg side. There was no appeal from neither the keeper nor the bowler. Batsman will settle once more. Wants to go after everything now. Here's Maynard moving in now to bowl. Holds that one back. He's tugging again. Just got the bottom edge of the bat onto it. The keeper held on to it, looking for a run out, but the batsman didn't really get out of his crease. So Maynard pushing it through slightly now. I don't think he's going to loop too many at this point. There he's flat again. He's punching it this time. The man is deep. He said 2. Called for 2 early. Johnny Mills gets behind it, and they go back easily for the second run. So 124 by my reckoning for the loss of 5. So it's going to be Maynard once more. Moving in now to bowl. Again, this time he tugs it nicely. Came out nicely out of the bat. Well fielded on the mid-wicket boundary by Curtis Static Store. They only get 1, so by my reckoning 127 at the end of 19 for the loss of 5. So my scoring was a bit off. It's 133 for 5. 133 for 5. 19 overs completed. And I think this will be the final over. Captain Stuart Williams is going to bowl this one. 133 for 5. Pretty formidable target for over 50s and counter. But nothing that can't be overhauled by the Nevis team, I could tell you. So Stuart Williams it is. So will bowl from the pavilion end. 133 for 5. Here's Williams. Moves in now to bowl. He's punching at this one. Oh, the batsman got in the way. He was trying to get out of the way, but actually got in the way, stopping the ball with the bat. Williams tells him thank you very much. Williams it is. Moves in now to bowl. Flatter delivery. Tugs it down towards the man, Curtis Doe, on the long on boundary. He moves smartly. Gets a return in quickly. So 1 more to the total. Good bit of fielding there by the man, Curtis Static Store. As here goes Williams. Moves in now to bowl. He's going after this one. The man, he's over his head and racing across now. Can he pull it in? He kicks it into the boundary. He has scored a goal. Veli Maynard, like Ronaldo, giving it a right booter. He was trying to keep it in, but he really launched it into the fence. So I think it's about 137 now. Stuart Williams moves in once more to bowl. He's swinging into this one. Can't stop it. He comes across. Brilliant fielding. Really brilliant fielding there by Curtis Static Door. And throwing it too hard, though, they get the extra run. But that's a brilliant bit of fielding by the champ. So 2 more to the total. I think it's about 139 now. So Williams will move in now to bowl. There's Williams, flat and short and wide. Wide signal by the umpire. Trying to outfox the batsman, trying to whip it through there. Whippy arm action on that occasion, but it went wide of the mark. So Williams moves in now to bowl. Loops this one. Is he stumped? Is he stumped? He's gone. Stumped off the bowling of Stuart Williams. Charging Williams. Missing and sent on his way. Rumba had the bails off in a flash. So Williams has struck. Make that wicket number 6. Over number 20. About 138 or so the score. We'll verify, but it's about 138 for the loss of 6. So one of the other Rogers brothers going out. I think there are about 3 of them. We already saw one. We are seeing another one. So Williams making some adjustments to his field. Left-hander it is. This Rogers is a left-hander. So Williams adjusting the field accordingly. Here he goes, moves in now. Rogers will have a swing, I believe. He's down the track, reaches for it, slams it down too long off. Curtis Statics though is in attendance. They'll get 1. And is that the end of the innings? It's the end of the innings. I think it's about 139 at the end of 20. And so Nevis will have to make about 140 with the updated score. Sounds as if they said 140 for 6, so I guess 141 to win will break at this point. Well, we're getting an updated and corrected score. We understand that it's 128, so seems as if we were getting some misinformation. So it's 128, a target of 129 for the Nevis Masters to make. And Stuart Clayton Williams will be opening the innings, and he'll be accompanied by Junior Duncan Mills. So Curtis Statics Door will be a number 3, and the batting lineup will be worked out from there. So the 2 Nevision openers straight to the crease, Stuart Clayton Williams and Junior Duncan Mills. They would have opened for Nevis, and I'm not too sure if Duncan ever played for the Leewards, but definitely we know Stuart Williams not only played for the Leewards, went on to play for the West Indies, one of the superstar opening batsmen of his era, and still a very good stroke maker, I could tell you. And I think doing the right thing here, deciding to open the innings in St. Martin, I think a strategic blunder was made when he held back himself till late in the innings. Today he has decided to open the innings, and I think that's a right move. And it looks as if it's going to be Howard Williams to start. That's an interesting move. So Howard Williams, I know him more as a batsman, but obviously he is into bowling as well. Some adjustments being made to the field. They seem a little uncertain in terms of exactly what he wants. It's packed offside field for the left-hander though. We have a slip. We have a man at third man, a point, cover, extra cover, and a long off. So we have a long off and mid-wicket as the 2 fielders deep. Bowls first ball through the man there. And Curtis Crook gave up early. I find that Curtis Crook gave up very early. Well, I guess when you're over 50, sometimes you just have to give up early. My goodness, he stroked it. It went through the man horse. And after that, Curtis Crook decided, well, I'm not going to overexert myself, pull a muscle, and then can't work this week. So here goes. Mills off and running. Moves in now. Williams, bold. Williams driving once more. This time he comes across. Haas stops it and can't score. So 4 for no loss. Nevis chasing 128 for victory. driving and beaten and through him and through the keeper. It might get to the boundary. Doesn't. And I think it will be biased. So let's see what umpire Frank Munzak will signal. Seems as if he got an edge on that. My goodness, got an edge on it. Went past the keeper, so 2 more to the total. 6 for no loss. Williams turns, looking busy. Moves in once more to bowl to Mills. Mills is solidly forward. Stretching nicely, getting to the pitch of the delivery and pushing it out into the offside. Can't score. Looking a picture there on that occasion, Mills. So off a short run, bowling medium pacers is Howard Williams. He would have played a lot of cricket in England, and that kind of bowling is pretty useful. Chops it into the offside, can't score. Straight to the man at point. So no runs. So in the English conditions, that kind of bowling could be very useful with the kind of movement that they get there. Well, here goes once more as he moves in now to bowl to Mills. Mills is driving smoothly back up the strip to the bowler who stops it nicely. That ends over number 1. The score 6 for no loss. I think it's going to be one of the Rogers brothers who will be bowling medium pacers as well. Again, we have a pretty packed offside field. The man at backward of point, man at point, the man at cover, extra cover, not mid off, but long off, wideish long off. And the other deep position, we're looking to see if we could pick up the other deep position. I think it's long on. Stuart Williams in strike. He's driving loosely at that. Is Stuart Williams beaten outside the off stump? We know that he's the authority on cover driving, but he missed out on that occasion, true to the keeper. So Rogers it is. Will be bowling once more to Stuart Williams. Moves in now to bowl. Full toss, and Williams a bit surprised. I think he was a little taken off guard there. Came down a bit late on it and just dabbed it into the offside. So Williams trying to get his bearings. Once he gets going, could be a masterclass act as he moves in once more short. He's punching this one. The man moves across nicely. That's Horse, stops it well. Williams can't score. So chasing 128 at a rate of 6 point something per over. Bowls to Williams. Williams is cutting that. That's a lovely shot, but brilliant bit of fielding as well. And they hustle through for the single. But that was a lovely shot by Williams. But that was Joni Mitchum, one of the finest fielders who ever went on the field for the Leewards. That was brilliantly stopped. I think anybody else he might have gone through. And well stopped there. So the left-hander comes into strike now. So it's going to be Johnny Duncan Mills to take strike. And it's going to be Rogers. Moving in now from the Lozak Road end. Moves in now to bowl. That's a wide. The keeper does well. And to get a glove to it. But it can't prevent the extra run. So 2 wides. 2 more to the total. So Rogers will be bowling once more to Stuart Williams. Moves in now to bowl to Williams. Williams gets a full toss. Tugs it over mid-wicket. That's a lovely shot. That's a gift. Christmas is still pretty much in the air. And he got a gift, Williams. And he tugged it over mid-wicket for 4. So Williams will settle. And it's going to be Rogers once more. Moves in now to bowl to Stuart Williams. Williams punches this one down towards the man at long off. And off and running for a single. So 1 more to the total. That ends over number 2. By my reckoning, it's about 12 or 13 for no loss after 2. So it's going to be Howard Williams moving in now to bowl to Williams. Williams is on the front foot. Pushes it carefully to the man at short extra cover. Can't score. Howard Williams, so it's Williams to Williams. Williams is driving nicely. There's a man running across, but can he pull it in? Williams is, well, did he pull it back? He would suggest that he did. The batsmen have stopped running, but I'm not sure. I don't think it's 4. I think he stopped it just inside. So they have only collected 2. So there's hardly a better driver of a cricket ball in the world. As he moves in once more to bowl to William. William goes inside out, over extra cover. That's a lovely heave. 1 bounce, 2 bounces into the boundary for 4. Inside out, it was outside the off stump. And Williams was hitting it inside out, over extra cover, down to the boundary for 4. So now, more adjustments to the field. He has decided to send a man on the deep extra cover boundary. So Williams would now have to adjust his shot. So here's Howard Williams now to bowl to Stuart Williams. Moves in now to bowl. Williams is driving at that one. He's beaten. The keeper shadows the stumps. But he was grounded. His back foot was grounded, is Williams. But he definitely was beaten on that occasion. So Howard turns, moves in once more to bowl to Stuart. Stuart is driving. Lovely shot along the ground. But the man is deep on the extra cover boundary. They're thinking of 2. But the man got there pretty quickly. The return comes in. 1 more to the total. So with the man deep on the extra cover boundary, Williams would have to rethink about launching it in the air. So he hit it along the ground. They got 1. More adjustments to the field as the left-hander comes back into strike. And the left and right hand combination normally gives captains a headache. Have to be adjusting for the left hander and then for the right hander. And if you get 6 singles in 1 over, that's a real headache as he moves in now to bowl to Junior Duncan Mills. Mills is driving down the ground. The man at long off comes across. Looks like Huggins gets a return in but can't prevent the single. 1 more to the total. That ends the over. It's going to be Rogers and he'll be bowling to Junior Duncan Mills. So, Rogers it is. Moves in now to bowl to Mills. Mills is swinging at that one. It was outside his legs and he had a free hit really. Missed it though. Wide signal by the umpire. And there's no deep mid-wicket in position. So that was a real loosener there from Rogers. He has a packed offside field. His captain would want him to bowl center and off. He's heaving at this one. There's no mid-wicket as I indicated. A couple of bounces and it trickles down the hill and across the ropes now for another boundary. So 4 runs to Mills. And I guess they'll put a deep mid-wicket in play shortly. Just as I indicated, right away there's a man at deep mid-wicket. So Mills will have to watch the adjustment in the field now. And no way he's hitting the ball. There's a big space between that mid-wicket and long on. He's driving smoothly, but well knocked down there in the offside. Brilliant bit of fielding that. And he was traveling that ball. It was well fielded too. So here's Rogers. Moves in out. Mills is going inside out. The man is coming across, drops it. He got his hands to it. Definitely got his hands to it. And floored it. When you're over 50, Newton will explain the wind factor. You have to remember the wind factor. And he definitely, is that Dango Farrell? I think it's Dango Farrell who got his hand to it and floored it, Dango. He wouldn't be very happy with that. He'll come in to bowl at some point. His loopers moves in now to bowl to Mills. Mills is driving down the ground. The man comes across, kicks it into the boundary. Almost reminiscent of Veli Maynard, who scored a goal with 1. He got, I think, both feet to it and knocked it into the boundary at wide long off. And it's gone for 4. So here's Rogers. Moving in now to bowl, slow ball, left to left. So 33 for no loss, the score. And we're into, I think this is Rogers' second over. So he moves in once more to bowl. Mills is punching it into the offside. That's racing across the turf. That's a lovely shot. And does it get there? It's slowing up badly. It might have slowed up inside the rope. They should go for another one here. I think they're going back for it. They're going back for the third. And yes, they do. Or 4. They ran 4. So it's well run. 4 runs there. So 37 the score. I think both batsmen might be a little winded now, running 4 at over 50. Well, so 37 for the loss. 4 overs completed, going at a good clip. Nevis trying to get to a target of 129 from 20. Howard Williams it is. Moving in now to bowl. Oh, that's a lovely drive. Look at the foot movement there, gracefully getting to the pitch and just stroking it into the offside. But the man at extra cover stops it well. So Williams will bowl once more to Williams. Here's Howard to Stewart. Stewart is on driving. And the man races in and throws it away. Curtis Crook. He was throwing the ball, but it wasn't heading anywhere. Got out of his hand. He might say, well, I did that willfully. But they got one nonetheless. So 38 the score. And we're in over number 5. So Howard Williams making some adjustments to his field as he moves in once more. The ball to Mills. Mills is defensively pushing it back up the strip to the bowler. Can't score on this occasion. So Williams turns briskly at his mark. Races in now to bowl to Mills. Mills swings it into the onside. The man at deep mid-wicket has no chance. It has gone to square leg like a tracer bullet. Brilliantly played by Duncan Mills. Gone for 4. Stuart Williams applauds him for that shot. It was on his pads and he whipped it away. Brilliantly played. 4 more. So by my reckoning, 43 for no loss. Mills settles. Williams moves in now to bowl to Mills. Mills drives. Oh, he got a hand to it. And Stuart Williams was ducking out of the way. He hit it hard though. And Howard Williams was leaping in the air. Got a right hand to it but floored it. So Mills gets his second chance, but that was powerfully struck. And Stuart Williams was taking evasive action. And it spilled away from his right hand. And so one more to the total. 44 for no loss. Howard Williams moves in now to bowl to Stuart Clayton Williams. Williams is flicking at that and it goes fine. The man at long leg comes across. Mills gets home and Howard Williams backs up, leg by. That ends the over. Interesting move here by the St. Kitts over 50 team. Howard Williams, who I know more as a batsman, started the bowling, and now Juni Mitchum, who I also know more as a batsman. He's a useful bowler too, but they have some persons who are known bowlers like Crook and Haas and those guys, more established bowlers, and even Dango Farrell. But, well, Juni Mitchum has decided to come into the attack. He bowled some useful overs for the Leewards in his time. Stuart Williams is punching it, and he has found the gap. That's a lovely shot. It's through the extra cover region for 4. He just rocked back Stuart Williams and rolling back the years. As we see Curtis Crook warming up, and he punched it beautifully away for 4. So it's pretty close to the 50-run opening partnership. He moves in once more to bowl. Williams is flicking it into the onside. The man at mid-wicket comes across, lazily puts the hand down. Rogers misses it completely. The man at long on comes across to complete the fielding, and they get one more. Just wristing that one off the pads. One more to the total. Should be about 49 or 50 now for no loss. Good opening stand here between these two. Junior Duncan Mills looks over his shoulder, would realize there's a man at deep mid-wicket. There's a man at long on as well. And a man at long off. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl short. He's just getting in line and plays it defensively back up the strip to the bowler. And as an afterthought, thinking maybe I should have pulled that one. But he settles over his bat once more. Both batsmen batting very well so far. This time he's pushing it into the offside. They're off and running. Stuart Williams gallops away. And they pick up a single easily in the end. So one more to the total. So that brings Williams back into strike. Junie Mitchum bowling kind of slow medium pacers. Sending the man at mid-wicket to his right and right back on the ropes. Williams settles. Williams whips it off the pads. The man at square leg, backward of square, has a run. But he's pulling it in. That's Dango Farrell. And they get a single. So one more to the total. So Mitchum will continue now to bowl to Junior Duncan Mills, left-hander. Minor adjustments to the field on that occasion as he moves in now to bowl. Oh, he's driving at that, got an edge. Dango Farrell is chasing after it, and I put that in perspective. He has finally stopped it, and the stroll through for the second run. But Dango Farrell was chasing after it as if a bulldozer was pulling him back. They got two. Ends the over. New bowler coming into the attack. So Hendrickson, who had a pretty useful innings, will come into the attack. The score 53 for no loss. So these two have started very well for Nevis. Stuart Clayton Williams, the captain, and Junior Duncan Mills. Hendrickson will move in now from the pavilion end to bowl to Williams. Williams is driving. Man at backward of point is Rogers. He waited to see if it will go past him. And Rogers gets a return and can't score. Hendrickson it is from the pavilion end. Little stuttering start to his run-up as he moves in now to bowl to Williams. Williams is flicking at a wide delivery. Will be signaled wide by umpire Frank Munzak. So one more to the total. 54 for no loss. We are not sure how many overs have been bowled so far. Here's Hendrickson, stuttering run up, moves in once more to bowl to Williams. Williams is sweeping at that, and it goes through the legs of the keeper. Williams shoots home, and he has told him to hold up as the ball went past the bowler. There is no signal. Yes, there's a signal of leg by. So one more to the total. So 55 for no loss. More adjustments to the field as the left-hander comes into strike. That's Rogers lumbering across to go to what looks like first slip, is it? No. He's going to go to point. So here's Hendrickson. Moves in now. Bowls to Mills. Mills is pushing it quietly back up the strip to the bowler. Thinking of the single, Stuart Williams puts up the glove. And like a traffic officer saying, hold up. So here's Hendrickson once more from the pavilion end. Moves in now to bowl to Mills. Mills is driving down the ground to the man Crook at long off, and he misfielded, but the batsman moving slowly through, settling for a single early, and so they only got one. 56 by my reckoning. Pretty quiet over here by Hendrickson.
Scoring 56.
56 it is. Moves in out to bowl. Williams is punching this one. Oh, this could be a mix-up here. Williams already gave up. Haas looked up. That's his mistake. Didn't keep his eyes on the ball. He saw the run-out chance. And he looked up and missed the ball completely. So 57. 57. So 6 overs completed. Moves in now to bowl. Mills having a swing at that. That's a wide signal by the umpire. So 58 the score. We're in over number 7. So Hendrickson it is. Races in once more to bowl to Mills. Mills goes big. Is the man going to pull it in? It drops one bounce inside the boundary, I think. Frank Munzak signals for 62 the score. Huge heave there by Junior Duncan Mills. Score goes up now to 62. 62 for no loss. Completed. Well, it's going to be Juni Mitchum to continue, and he'll be bowling to Stuart Williams. So 62 for no loss. Nevis going along smoothly at this point. Mitchum moves in out to bowl to Williams. Williams solidly forward, showing him the maker's mark as he just came nicely onto the front foot. Looking like the Stuart Williams of old. Totally in control. Bowling. Oh, brilliantly played. Nice touch. True third man. The ball is hustling. Brilliant effort there by Curtis Crook. And they'll pick up 3. Oh, diving away was Curtis Crook for an over 50 guy. That was a brilliant effort, saving 1 right in front of the camera. But nice touch by Williams. Just a dab and picking up 3. 65 for no loss. That brings Duncan Mills back into strike. Juni Mitchum making the adjustments for the left-hander as he prepares to bowl now to Mills. Moves in now, bowls. Mills is swinging it away for 4. Took it on the full and carted it backward up square for 4. It was a full toss. And he said, thank you very much. Gifting Christmas or just after. And he just swung it away for 4. So 69 for no loss. 69 for no loss, Nevis. As Juni Mitchum moves in once more. Ball shorter. He's punching it into the offside. They're off and running. Don't have to hustle either. Man from point races across to extra cover. Picks it up. 1 more to the total. We're going to the 70s now. And we're in over number 8. 70 for no loss. Williams back in strike. That's Stuart as Juni Mitchum bowls. Williams is on driving. Masterful shot goes to the man at mid wicket. The man at long on races across. They're going to get 2 very easily in the end. So 72 for no loss, and kicks the turf there, Rogers, as he went down and it went through him. So 72 for no loss. Stuart Williams settles once more. Here he goes, bowls. Williams is sweeping. That's a magnificent shot. Backward up square for 4. The old Stuart Williams. Bend of the knee and he swept it away magnificently for 4. So 75 for no loss. 8 overs completed. And we notice that the keeper has come out of the gloves, so that means that he's going to probably bowl at some point. And I think that's Webb who is taking the gloves now. So Hendrickson it is. Moving in now to bowl to Mills. Mills is driving past Hendrickson. The man at long on takes his time, Howard Williams, and gets the underarm return in. 76, weighing over number 9, 76 for no loss. Mills is asking for something as he moves in now to bowl to Williams. Williams is flicking at that one, I think. Must have brushed the pad. There's no signal. He goes now. Moves in now to bowl to Williams. Williams is driving. Lovely shot once more. Finds Howard Williams at long off. And one more to the total. So 77 the score for no loss. And Junior Duncan Mills comes back into strike. It's Hendricks, the bowler. Moves in now to bowl to Mills. Mills turns it away, backward of square. The man is not really hustling his Rogers, but they just lumber through for a single. 78 for no loss. So it's going to be Hendrickson once more. Races in now to bowl to Williams. Williams is belatedly flicking it away. And they will get one more. So 80, they're going to the 80s. 80 for no loss. Weighing over number 9, I think it is. So 80 for no loss. So here goes Hendrickson moving in now. Oh, that's a lovely shot. Brilliantly played by Junior Mills. A dab and hugging him there is Stuart Williams, appreciating the shot. 84 the score. And for no loss. $90 for no loss. We're trying to get the individual scores. And we have a new bowler, I think, number 16 on his back. 10 overs completed, 90 for no loss. Let's see, I'm not sure who this bowler is. Looks like one of the Rogers. Williams is sweeping, misses the shot. It's going to be signaled wide. It's Rogers, it is, bowling off spinners. Off target for starters. 91 it is, weighing over number 11. Moves in now to bowl to Williams. Williams is coming forward, strokes it gently up towards the man at long off, Dango Farrell, who will be looking for a bowl shortly. Gets a return in, one more to the total. 92 the score, weighing over number 11, 92 for no loss. So that brings Junior Duncan Mills into strike. And he'll be taking strike from Rogers. One opened the bowl in. This one started wicket keeping, and now he's driving it a bit uppishly, but down towards the man at long off. Make that 93. Held back the shot. Seemed as if he was winding up for the big one, and then held it back. So 93 for no loss. That brings Williams back into strike. Williams, who could hit it far too, as he bowls now. Williams is on the back foot. Carefully plays it to the man at short mid wicket. Curtis Crook in attendance. So 93 moves in once more. Williams is punching this one. There's a man deep. That's Dango Farrell. He's hustling across, but I don't know if he's going to get there. He does eventually. And the score goes up now to 95. Two more to the total. Weighing over number 11. As Rogers, the off spinner, moves in now. Williams is down the track and was beaten, but he got a bit of an edge, which saved him, I think, from a stumping chance. And actually got it on the pad, but he was beaten in flight. And he wasn't to the pitch. I think he had big intentions. Realized he wasn't to the pitch, pushed at it, came off the pad. So 96 now, in over number 11. Rogers it is. Moves in now to bowl. Mills is driving uppishly down towards long off. And Hendrickson waits on it, picks it up, and one more to the total. 96, 97 the score at the end of over number 11. Curtis Crook bowls. He heaves at this one. The man is racing across, but he can't stop it. That's 6. That's 6. It's gone the distance. Oh no, he dropped in front according to the umpire. So 4 more. 100 on the tins. So 101. As he moves in now to bowl. He's down the track. He's driving nicely. The man at long on is racing across, and the man that made a long off, and it goes between them, and he goes for 4. So lovely shot there by Junior Mills. 2 consecutive boundaries now. Seems as if Curtis Crook did him something, and he needs to apologize. So if Curtis Crook knows what he did, Junior Duncan Mills, he should apologize, and apologize quickly. But here's Crook. He moves in now to bowl. He's sweeping at this one. The man comes across and stops it. Gets a return in quickly. 112 the score for no loss. We're still not getting the individual scores. Here he goes, bowls. He's driving smoothly. Lovely shot by Mills. Warm into his task here. Getting right over it and driving it nicely down to long off for a single. So 113 the score for no loss. So it's almost as if he's marching to the total now. So moves in now to bowl, loops it. Williams is driving inside out. That's a lovely shot. Truex took over for 4. Oh my goodness. Easy as Sunday morning, and it's Sunday afternoon. Stuart Williams inside out. Truex took over for 4. 117 the score for no loss. The Nevis over 50's totally dominating this game here. Crook it is, bowls. Williams down the track, Evo! Gone the distance, 6. Oh, that's Stuart Williams for you. Getting to the pitch of delivery and hitting it over long off for 6. 123, I think we have 5 runs away, 12 overs completed. We have 5 runs away, or 6 runs away from victory. We understand that the score is 113. That's interesting. I thought it was a lot more than that. So 113 the score, and I think we're into over number 14. Dango is into the attack. Oh my goodness! It was a rank long hop. And Duncan Mills was through the shot since last year. And it's almost 2025. He was into it since 2023. And when the ball eventually got to him, he struck him on the pad. Dango would have some words with him as well. And if he gets his wicket, you won't keep Dango from talking. So Dango Farrell it is. Moves in once more to bowl. Shot again. Mills punches. And maybe just going into the shot too early. Dango Farrell. He's going to bowl them slow. He's going to try to tease the batsman into error. And he's going to have a laugh if he gets a wicket in the process. So here's Mills. How does he handle Dango Farrell? 113. He's on 42. As he moves in now to bowl. This time again he's punching it, but again not timing it too well. He goes now to 43. The score 114. Without loss. 114 for no loss. Field adjustments made by Dango for Stuart Williams. So Dango Farrell very confident in his bowling ability. I'm surprised he didn't put a slip in place. So let's see how Stuart handles him now. He's going to bowl them slow, and somebody else would call them lollipops. He would say different, Dango. As he moves in now to bowl to Stuart Williams. Williams waits on it and pulls it powerfully to mid-wicket for 4. That's what Duncan wasn't doing, waiting on the ball. He was going through with the shot too early. And he slammed it to mid-wicket for 4. He goes into the 60s now, Stuart Williams. And the score goes up to, by my reckoning, 119, somewhere around there, for no loss. So Stewart waited on it and tugged it powerfully, savagely almost, to mid-wicket for 4. So it's going to be Farrell to bowl once more to Williams. More adjustments to the field. So Farrell making more adjustments. There's nobody at short mid-wicket now. Deep mid-wicket. Cow's corner. Mid-on. Here goes Farrell in to bowl to Williams. Williams waits on it and just nobody at short mid-wicket, so he just turned it smoothly into the onside. Picks up a single. 120 for no loss. 120 for no loss. Just 9 runs required by my reckoning. So, how does Junior Duncan Mills do it now? Will he wait on him? Or will he go through with the shot early? Short, he waits on it, punches it, but straight to the man at mid-off, can't score. Didn't really punch into that, he just stroked it. And that ends, I think, over number 14. And it's 120. 120 for no loss. So it's going to be Rogers who will continue, and he'll be bowling to Stuart Williams. Just about 9 runs required for victory here. Williams is punching it into the offside. The man is deep, and he comes in and picks it up. Underarms his return. That's crook. 1 more to the total. 121 the score. I think Mills needs about 5 runs for a half century. Can he get it with a big 6? So Rogers waiting for Horse to come in. Horse hasn't bowled the ball as yet. He's driving down the ground. Can he pull it in? And Jackson gets across, pulls it in, and they settle for 1. So 1 more to the total. So that will bring Stuart Clayton Williams back into strike. 122 the score. Oh, Williams had big intentions there. He was coming down the track, but I think overhit it. He got too far down. I think he wanted to go big and just came too far down. He's down the track, but this time he's going wide. And another run to the total. He looks back quickly at the umpire. Frank Munzak was signaling. I think he was trying to outfox Williams, trying to bowl it wide and hoping he'd miss it coming down the track. Here's he moving in out to bowl. Williams is just guiding it down to the short third man position and picking up a single. So 124. Just about 5 runs required for victory. Can Mills hit a 6 and complete his half century? Maybe he needs to be told. As he goes, moves in now, Mills bowls, he's going in the air. But that won't be a 6. Goes down to Hendrickson and gets an easy single. So 125 by my reckoning. And well, I'm not sure. He gave a signal. Maybe he has completed his half century. Here goes now bowls. Williams turns it away. They're thinking of the single, but good movement there by Haas. And that ends the over. So by my reckoning, 2 runs required for victory. 127 without loss. What an emphatic win here by the Nevis over 50 team. So Junior Duncan Mills will take strike. Dango Farrell it is. Moves in now to bowl to Mills. Mills just punches it into the offside. I think the scores are level now. 128 for no loss. And that would bring Stuart Clayton Williams into strike. The captain has the privilege of completing this match and has the privilege of doing it without a wicket loss. Emphatic win it would be for Nevis. Dango Farrell would want to pick up at least one. Here he goes. Bowes Williams just solidly, quietly forward off and running. And I think that's the run as they go back for the second. I think that's the victory. So I think, let's see what the umpires will signal, but as far as I know, that's the victory.
One more.
Oh, he's saying one more. He's saying one more. I don't know how these guys add up that. But he's saying one more. So Williams still has the privilege of hitting the winning run. Dango Farrell it is. Moves in now to bowl. Williams just turns it casually, easily into the onside. And that's the victory. Nevis has completed a comprehensive victory here, winning over the St. Kitts over 50 team in this match played in honor and in tribute of Charles Morton. What a way to complete it. Wonderful victory here for Nevis.
Charles.
So we're having a group picture with the honoree for today, Charles Morton.